Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to our small business Christmas marketing webinar. We'll get started in just a few moments as we're waiting for some more people to jump in. I can see already you're doing that, but if you'd like, go to the chat, share where you're joining us from today, what your role is, whether you're the owner or a marketer. We are recording today, and we will share the recording for the webinar in the next couple of days. So you will have this as a resource to look back on as and when you need to. Hello, everybody. Thank you for posting in the chat. Welcome to everyone that's just joined us. We'll get started shortly. Share your business location and your role in the chat. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, I can see a good amount of people are on already, so let's get started. Okay, so first I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Nevena and I'm a marketing manager on Nextdoor small business team. I have been with Nextdoor for over 2 years and I'm based in Lincolnshire. Today, we have a jam-packed agenda for you, and our goal is that you walk away with an understanding of what is top of mind for neighbors this festive season, how you can approach the Christmas period on Nextdoor to get more business, and how you can create amazing Christmas content that will really help your business stand out. Now, a lot of you are already on Nextdoor and you have a business page, but to anyone who's just getting to know Nextdoor, we are the neighborhood hub for trusted connections and the exchange of helpful information, goods, and services. Every day, neighbors log on to Nextdoor via the app or the website, and they see this main news feed. This is where the conversation happens on Nextdoor, whether it's from neighbors, small businesses, or public services. As you can see, there's a variety of topics, often having to do with what's going on in the local community or people asking for help or recommendations. Here you can see some examples from someone asking for recommendation for accommodation in the neighborhood, someone asking to borrow a crate. You as a small business owner, whether you're creating a post or a local deal, it's going to show up here in the most visible part of the platform on this newsfeed. And diving into the topic of today's webinar, let's start with what's top of mind for consumers this festive season. There's some macro trends to be aware of as a business that are affecting consumers across the UK and really all of us. We're in a cost of living crisis. So over 70% of UK consumers are expected to cut back their spending this Christmas in some shape or form, especially non-food items, and people are just expected to buy fewer gifts. At the same time, this is the first Christmas, though, in 3 years where we're not facing any COVID-related restrictions. So people will be making the most of being able to spend Christmas with their family and friends. And finally, on top of that, there are still supply chain concerns. So consumers are starting their shopping early, which is why it's important to get ahead of the game. On Nextdoor, our neighbors are truly the ultimate Christmas shoppers and planners. We see conversations related to the festive season start to pop up as early as October. Anything to do with shopping, gifts, services you may need for your home to prepare for the winter season. We also know that our neighbors are likely to try new products and services, and that the majority of neighbors are willing to support small businesses. And this last point, I really want to emphasize that neighbors are willing to support small businesses, because that's what makes Nextdoor different to other platforms where you may be promoting your business. Our audience are on the platform because they want to connect to the local community, and small businesses are a crucial part of that community. We see it every day on the platform, neighbors asking for or sharing recommendations and really championing their local businesses. So next, let's go into how you can approach Christmas on Nextdoor. And for many businesses, having a successful festive season is a huge part of their overall business success. So bearing in mind the macro trends, such as the cost of living crisis and customers planning early, as well as the audience on Nextdoor with neighbors willing to support local businesses, it's important to be on top of it. And I wanted to start on this chart, which shows data from last year with conversations starting as early as October and then continuing and increasing, of course, through November and December. And you can think about the consumer's Christmas planning and buying journey in these three phases: awareness, consideration, decision. It starts with this awareness phase, which is when people start paying attention to what's on offer, getting familiar with what businesses are planning for Christmas and so on. And then we get to the consideration phase, where they get more serious and really start to narrow down which businesses they want to shop with or hire for Christmas. And then finally, the decision phase is when they will book and actually shop. And of course, the journey is not always linear, but it's just something to keep in mind. In today's webinar, we'll cover how we recommend you approach Christmas on Nextdoor, having in mind these three phases. And I wanted to take you through what solutions are available on Nextdoor. And we, of course, have a suite of solutions to help you and your business get in front of our Nextdoor neighbors. First and foremost, if you are already on the platform, you will already have this. But if you're new to the platform, joining Nextdoor as a business really starts by creating a business page. This is how you're going to get access to being able to post and being able to advertise on Nextdoor. And with the business page, you also get this online presence within the Nextdoor community. As soon as you create the page, you're instantly discoverable to any neighbors searching for your business or businesses like yours. And overall, you can really start to build up that awareness and your reputation. Anytime you post or advertise, neighbors can click on your logo, which will then take them to your page, and they can really see just learn about you, see your details, your opening hours. They can see your recommendations, what other neighbors are saying about you. So super important to take the time to set up the page. And once you have it, keep it up to date. Okay. And next we have business posts. Business posts are free to businesses that are verified. I won't dive too deep into the verification process, but a teammate of mine is going to drop a link in the chat to help you get verified. If you're not yet verified and you don't have access to free business posts, you just need to take a few steps to complete the verification process. And business posts are the best way for you to share updates and engage with the local community. When you share a post, neighbors can react and comment. You can then respond back, and it just gives you the opportunity to create that conversation with neighbors. And finally, we have local deals, which are a paid product that allows you to advertise your business, and any promotions, special offers, or sales that you're running, they how they're different is that they give you this broader reach. You can target neighbors that are within up to 10 miles from your business. And you can select specific neighborhoods within that radius as well, specific postcodes you want to target, and you get that guaranteed visibility of your local deal on the newsfeed. So keep in mind these solutions as I walk you through the rest of the presentation. And we'll be encouraging you, of course, to use all of them to make the most of the Christmas season on Nextdoor. Okay, so a bit more about the nitty-gritty, how you can plan your promotion on Nextdoor throughout this period. So now that Halloween is out of the way and the Christmas planning season picks up for people, you can use the first couple of weeks of November to help neighbors get to know your business, what products you offer, what services you offer. You can use posts and local deals to do just that. If you haven't posted before, definitely start with saying hello to the neighborhood, introducing your business, what you do, for how long, and so on. This is a good time to build up your recommendations as well. You can ask happy customers to share their experience on Nextdoor with your business. And we see that recommendations are super powerful on Nextdoor and can really help transform your business. And bring more people to your business, which is really because neighbors trust the viewpoint of someone who lives locally to them and has shared that recommendation. You can also start sharing seasonal updates via business posts or sharing local deals if you have any festive offerings running already. Moving on to later November, as we're getting into that consideration phase, neighbors are getting more intentional about which businesses they want to shop or work with. So this is when it's important to show neighbors why they should choose your business. And here's some ideas about what you can share. You can start to inspire neighbors with what you're offering this Christmas. Maybe if you're a restaurant, you can share about your seasonal menu, or if you're a home services provider, you can post any special services you offer during this period. Gift guides are always a good idea as neighbors are making decisions and kind of planning what to buy. You can also take this time to spotlight any recommendations, as there's nothing really more powerful than the words of a happy customer. And local deals in this period you can use to showcase any special offers or seasonal specials you're running and get that broader reach on Nextdoor. And finally, as we enter December, which is the main kind of prime decision-making period on what to buy and where to shop, you really want to lean in and use business posts and local deals to get those sales and bookings secured. Here's a few ideas for content in December. For example, if you're a business that offers any discount, use local deals to promote them, especially if it's a limited time discount, to create that urgency. You can also use local deals to showcase your best sellers and any other seasonal offers. A great use for business posts in this period is updating neighbors on any last order dates or any changes to your opening hours or availability. And finally, one thing that businesses may not think about that is a great thing to promote during the Christmas season are gift cards. They are a great last-minute present for someone you may not know so well. So if you're offering any gift cards, definitely let people know. Okay, so now that we know how to approach the Christmas season, we want to talk about how to create compelling content on Nextdoor. One thing that I want to remind you about is that on Nextdoor, you are reaching a unique audience, people living near your business. So it's important to think through what content will resonate with that audience. And there's 3 guiding principles for how to create that effective content on Nextdoor. First, be neighborly. Second, be local. And third, be useful. This is what Nextdoor is all about, because neighbors come to the platform to connect with other neighbors, small businesses and public services, and keep up with what's going on in their local area and support one another. As a small business owner, you can be useful too. You can show how your business can help them through what is often a busy and stressful time of year for all of us. Okay. When it comes to creative best practices, we have narrowed it down to 5 tips. First of all, keep it conversational. Speak as if you're talking to a neighbor. Use casual language and keep it kind and keep it positive, most of all. Second, stay close to home. The topics on Nextdoor are often related to home, family, the community. So as you're writing your copy, picking what images to put in your posts or local deal ads, just bear that in mind. And third, more photos, less text. Lifestyle photography definitely performs better than images with a lot of words on them. I'm sure many of us have been exposed to advertising that feels maybe a little bit pushy. And often it's with a photo or a flyer that's heavily covered in text. So pick photos that show your place of work, your products, your team, and try to avoid having too much text on them. Similar to that, don't blend in. Pick colorful images so you don't blend in with that Nextdoor background. And finally, stay focused. This is where specifically important for creating ads, I would say, but everything really. You want to be really clear on what you want to achieve. So you can write the copy clearly, you can pick your call to action clearly, whether it's you want to get messages or get more online sales through your website. Right, so a few kind of practical examples here. In this next portion, I'll quickly walk you through some ideas about what you can post and share local deals about in the 3 different phases: awareness, consideration, decision. I also want to acknowledge that there's businesses of many different types on the call today. But unfortunately, we won't have time to give specific examples for every type of business, but it's really the themes behind what I'm going to share that I want you to pay attention to, as these can be applied across many different types of businesses. So for this example, I've picked a house cleaning business, and we're starting with this awareness phase. During this phase, this cleaning business, Green Cleaning Co., can focus on letting neighbors know about the types of services that will be available during the Christmas period. One-time deep clean, recurring cleaning, custom cleaning, and so on. So just they're letting customers know what they're offering. At the same time, they're advertising a buy 5, get 1 free offer through local deals to raise awareness of their offers, get those early bookings, and start to find more customers. These kind of bulk offers are very popular, whether you're a coffee shop having a buy 5 coffees, get the 6th one for free, or personal trainer, book 5 personal trainer sessions and get a a free nutrition consultation. These kind of extra incentives are really helpful to get customers to choose your business in particular and boost loyalty. Next, in this consideration phase, this is where you want to show neighbors what makes your business stand out from other businesses, what people love about your business. You can highlight recommendations here. And this cleaning business here is using a free business post to show what differentiates them, which in this case is that they're using eco-friendly cleaning products. And then they pair it with a local deal, which offers money off a seasonal cleaning, which is aimed to get those bookings in and bring in new customers. You can see throughout all the examples I've been sharing that there's always a photo included. For business posts, actually, photos are optional, but it's always recommended to add one as it makes your post stand out better. So the final example here is this final phase, where you really want to drive action as people are ready to make that decision and buy. And this is where you want to make it easy for them to decide, whether it's sharing about your best-selling products or just like this cleaning business featuring gift cards. At this time, you can use local deals to promote any last-minute availability, last order dates, or share any last-minute offers to create that urgency and get that business. I hope these examples are helpful. With each example I just walked you through, you can see that both business posts and local deals at the top highlight your business name and logo. And this is why it's so important to take the time to update your business page. If you recently joined and haven't taken the time to do it yet, it's super important as everything you create links back to this page. So to put your best foot forward, we encourage you to definitely add your logo. If you have any seasonal images, add them for some festive flair, and also make sure all your business and contact details are up to date. If you have any seasonal photography of your products or your space, definitely add those to the gallery as well. Okay. And before we get into Q&A, I can see there's some questions already coming through the chat. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in there. My colleague Jack is coordinating that. But I wanted to quickly share some additional resources for your business here. We have a number of resources. If you have a product question, whether it's as a business or as a neighbor, you can go to our help center, and there you will find a lot of articles to kind of help you navigate the platform. Through the help center, you can also get in touch with our support team who are highly trained in supporting you. We offer email support, and you can get in touch anytime with them. We also have a business website and blog with a variety of content on how to make the most of Nextdoor as a business. Bookmark it, come back to it throughout the year. It's where we share news, updates, any helpful tips and ideas. And finally, the Christmas guide that we've just launched is full of tips about how you can approach the festive season on Nextdoor to really boost your business. And before the Q&A, I wanted to finish on this additional tip, because as I've highlighted a couple of times here, the importance of photography, and of course, getting that photography can be costly and time consuming. So here's two resources you can use for free, which are pexos.com and unsplash.com. There you can find a huge amount of free stock photography if you don't already have your own images. They cover a variety of topics. From my own kind of looking through them, I can see loads of different business verticals. So I bet you can find something that that, you can use, check them out. Okay, this was the kind of bulk of the webinar, and I really want to take a few minutes for some Q&A. I'm going to take a few questions live. One thing I would say, though, is if you have a question that is specific to your account, maybe you're struggling to get access to your account, or you have a duplicate page, please reach out to our support team through the help center. They will be able to share, to address your individual questions and really kind of help you one-on-one. We won't be able to take those questions live here. I can see a lot of questions are coming through. So of course, we won't unfortunately have time to get through everything, but let's go ahead and take some questions here. Okay, so first question, do you have any tips for uploading photos? I have found it really difficult as the edges get cut off the uploaded image. That's a great question. I wonder if we have a required sizing for the images. I actually don't know the answer to that question, but I am going to have to check. What I would suggest is going into the help center and having a browse. I'm really sorry I can't give you a fuller answer to that question, but my guess is that it's to do with the sizing of the images. Question 2, will the recording of this be sent over to watch again? Yes, we will share the recording. We should be able to share it in the next couple of days, by the end of this week. I can see someone's put in the chat, use Canva, great marketing suite. Yes, absolutely. Great suggestion. I use Canva myself. Definitely, even the free kind of portion of it is really good to create kind of simple images and graphics. Question 3, how do I manage Nextdoor for business versus a personal account? It's a bit confusing. Thank you for that question. So I want to start by saying there's 2 ways to join as a business. The first way is to connect your neighbor account to create a business page and connect it to your neighbor account. So actually I have something I can share here. There we go. So if you go to your profile, you can tap the image, your profile picture, and it will open this drawer where you can see that add your business page. This is where you can switch between your neighbor and business page, and this is where you can create a new business page. So that's one way. And the other way is you can keep them separate. You can directly create a business account. This is how you do it. You go to nextdoor.co.uk/business, and you kind of go simply through the kind of few steps and create your account there. I hope that answers your questions. Let me see if there's any more questions coming through. I see a question about charges. So as I said, local deals are a paid for product, and the pricing of local deals really depends on how many people you want to reach. So it starts from as little as £1, and then it goes up if you're kind of targeting a broader area. So have a try with it, see what neighborhoods you want to reach, or what radius I recommend. I recommend testing with at least 10 neighborhoods, to be honest, but kind of see what makes sense for your business, what area you're servicing as well. So the pricing depends on the number of people you will be reaching in those neighborhoods. Okay. I can see a question here that's, can I create a business page that feeds into multiple locations? We are a physiotherapy business with more than one location. So the best way to do that, to manage that for businesses that have more than one location, is by creating separate business pages. You don't have to create separate accounts. So what I showed here, you can add up to 10 pages per account, and you can create a separate page for each location of your business. So if, for example, you have a Lincoln branch, and then you have a Milton Keynes branch, and then you have an Oxford branch, you can have Annie here managing the different business pages for all of these locations. Okay, we're almost at time. Let me see if there's any final questions to answer. I can't see anything new coming through at the moment. And we are just over time. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will be following up with the recording of the webinar, as I said, in the next couple of days. So please keep an eye out for that. When we finish the webinar, you will get a survey when you log out with just a few questions. So please take the time. It should take a couple of minutes to answer them. We'll be super grateful for your feedback on this webinar and what you'd like to see from us in the future. Thank you so much again, and have a great rest of your afternoon. We'll see you again soon.